Listen to a passage that explains how waxworms may be able to help us solve our problem of how to break down plastics. Second graders, in your video response, tell whether you think it's a good idea or bad idea to use waxworms to solve our problem with plastic. Give one detail from the text to explain why. Third graders, why does the author call waxworms a tiny superhero? In your video response, give a claim and 2 details to support your answer. Hint, listen to the passage as many times as you need to give your best answer. You may want to write it down before we start. These tiny plastic munching caterpillars can clean up our world, but there's a catch. We have a plastic waste problem. We throw away about 3 million tons of plastic each year. That is equal to 800 Empire State Buildings. A tiny superhero may help with the problem. It's called the waxworm. The bug is a kind of caterpillar. Waxworms eat plastic. Researchers discovered the waxworm in 2017. It can eat through common plastics. Polyethylene is one. Polyethylene cannot break down naturally. It is the most commonly used plastic. A baby waxworm is called a larva. Brian Cassone is a professor of biology. Biology is the study of living things. He works at Brandon University. It is in Canada. Waxworms eat a lot, he said. Now scientists have an explanation. A study was released on March 3rd. The key is microorganisms. They live in the waxworm's gut. Microorganisms are tiny living things. Bacteria are microorganisms, for example. The waxworm's gut microorganisms help the worms. With them, the bugs can break down plastics. Researchers studied the waxworm at Brandon University. They found that waxworms can eat polyethylene very quickly. They are also able to break it down quickly. It is a speed never seen before. Waxworms often eat honeycombs. In waxworms, polyethylene breaks down into a glycol. Glycol can break down naturally into soil. This is biodegradable. That means it can break down naturally. It doesn't leave plastic bits behind. Not perfect. Still, waxworms are not perfect. Wax larvae cause problems for bees. They naturally feed off bees' honeycomb. The worms could hurt bee populations. In turn, that would lower populations of plants. Farmland could be hurt too. Plants need the bees' help to grow. We still do not know how the worms break down plastic. We do not know how eating plastic affects their health either. Researchers will study the caterpillar's gut bacteria. Mr. Cassone hopes they find out how it works. They want to know what is inside. Then we can get rid of plastic too. Thank you for listening to this News ELA article. Squires team, please listen to the recording or reread the passage as many times as you need to give your best answer. Good luck. Your teachers will be watching your videos. Bye.